and I'll go straight to the point. I would actually come from the angle of technology because it holds a lot to actually put an end to certain problems that is actually prevalent in Africa. In order for us to understand this, I want us to look at it from a SWOT analysis point of view. Because in order for Africa to actually maximize trade, we must ask ourselves in Africa, what is the component of strength in each of the countries in Africa? We need to also look at what is our weakness. We need to look at what is the opportunities that we have, and then what is the threat. If we analyze this carefully, then we can begin to look at critical issues in terms of the resources that we have in Nigeria to start, or in Africa, to start making bargains or negotiations for trade. The problem with regards to trade or aid is a psychological thing. And based on that, it's important that we look at why is it that it is always said, America first. It's a psychology, it's a concept. Wherever they are, whatever decisions they make, whatever plans that they have, they actually put the consciousness of their nation into cognizance. This psychology is also very much required because in Africa, many of us have held on to aids and assistance. But let us look at it from this perspective. This aid that we receive, from where does it come? The truth is this: some of these foreign supports have been able to actually maximize their specialization, and then they actually tap from Africa, use it, and then they come back to us and give us a tipping. And then we actually start jumping that we have received aid. The time has come for us in Africa to look at how can we actually leap from where we are to the next. We missed out on industrialization. That is why you see the good cars will still depend on Germany, America. Weapons will still depend on them because we cannot actually do it. But as it is today, in what way can Africa take advantage and take our hold? The answer lies in technology. This technology is key, and that is why we are looking at, we must understand that technology is not a gift. No country who is specialized that have technology would actually give you on the platter of gold. Most times, this technology is actually stolen. It is time for Africa to start looking at what is happening around the world and start narrowing these particular things with regards to what is happening in our continent. If we understand this point, we can now start asking ourselves, where can we function in Africa? How can we start begin to negotiate with the resources that we have? Sometimes the other panelists talk about Sudan in terms of what they have. Nice waters, which is a bargain for trade, which we should start talking about hydro energy in terms of maximizing that. When we talk about Nigeria, we talk about a lot of population. This is also an asset that we need to begin to negotiate when it comes to what? Technology innovation. The new economy is not necessarily on that particular traditional buying and selling. The new economy is actually on what we call free economy and fee sharing. Whether we like it or not, when the government is quite distant in terms of innovation and technology, then there is a problem. Look at the parliament and ask them, what is the latest technology and the trend that is prevalent? It's sad that many of our leaders do not know what is happening. I want to take a quick example in what is happening in Nigeria, because we actually are drivers of the blockchain space. My company, Big Magnet International Group, is one of the IT firms that is working on developing blockchain across Africa. And blockchain technology is actually the next leap globally. But when we went to the government and then we're trying to do some proposition, the idea was that most of these leaders do not understand what blockchain technology is all about. Let us look at what is happening within the space of Visa. Visa and MasterCard are far back in other countries, but yet we use their ATM cards to actually process payment. Can you actually multiply 10 million multiplied by 1 by 5 seconds? How much of that kind of resources goes to those particular countries? And where is this coming from? From Africa. We live in a free economy system, and we need to look at technology as a what? As a solution. Where we are now, we need to start talking about monetization of big data. Sometimes Alibaba was nothing, but today, let us look at what is happening in that space. A multi-billion-dollar company. And what are they doing? Commerce. So, if we are talking about trade, we need to actually start to do one thing. And that is why African leaders must start to catch them young. Catching them young means that we need to go back to start reorienting the psychology of the young ones. We need to create frameworks that would actually encourage research and development. We need to send some of our children to these particular developed countries for them to spy out and come back home. When they spy, they will get back home and put necessary infrastructures to make that possible. Now let us look at the world economy in terms of what has happened within the fiat currency, which of course is actually a hold that every government hold on to. We have seen situations whereby our resources are exchanged for aid, and over time we become indebted. But what can African leaders do? Can we begin to actually tokenize our resources? Can we begin to use that as a bargaining chip to actually get what we want? Take, for example, in Nigeria we have oil. In some other countries we have gold. Do we know that with technology we can actually keep these particular resources in our country, monetize them in a quantum technology form, and then these particular nations will actually buy these particular tokens and give us what the necessary finance that we need? It's not a news in terms of what has happened within the cryptocurrency space. Whether we like it or not, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology holds its key. So on this point, Big Magnet International Group have been able to do something. And that is why we are building local technology that will actually cross boundaries. We are actually looking at monetization of loyalty. We are looking at solving the problem of remittance issue, that we don't have to actually pay so much to Western Union for him to actually collect that fee. That we can actually do. So the point we are picking conclusively is that we have resources. These resources we have, let us monetize them. Let us train our young ones. Let them get involved with government, and trade would actually help us take our place in negotiation.